the segment. And we're going to talk about the gospel artist and branding. But we're going to start with, I hope all of you have heard the issue about Brother Sammy. Brother Sammy is now a gospel musician and a herbalist. You know, he sells medicine that can cure HIV, cancer, and all of that. And FDA, I've actually arrested him. So we'll try and get the FDA PR on the line and we discuss it. Then we'll end this discussion with the gospel artist and its branding. Do you have to look at the brand, the gospel artist brand as a whole? Because this is a disgrace to the gospel fraternity. And with me, I have two gospel artists, managers, and one. Okay, the two of them, I don't know. They tried gospel music. I don't know if they'll go back.
Disappointed heroes.
They tried gospel music. I don't know if they'll go back. And they are here for us to discuss this all important topic. In the blue corner, I have Obinati. Obinati is artist manager for So Winners, and it's the morning shows of Vision One. Yes, so we got right. For America. Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
And all the way from the US of A. It's been away for over 3 months.
Yeah.
The man when you say your WhatsApp message, you keep asking about. He's here in the studio today. Kwesi Edith, CEO of Media Excel, manage a lot of gospel artists in Ghana. Over 18 in the industry.
We are 19. If you going back, I think you are confused.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome to Ghana.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Today's his birthday.
Today's birthday.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, my brother.
Can we sing happy birthday song?
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday song.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I want you to be driving.
No. No wonder but no wonder but there's something herbalist.
Come celebrate birthday.
No. Today like this, they will just even put something on this table. Because this table has been done.
The show is young. The show is young.
Well, how young is the show?
The show is young.
Show that is almost 5 years.
I don't mean that there's life, but I mean we have like 55 to 60
so anything can happen.
Yes, the show is
now
young.
you are talking.
Yes.
Now you are talking. So we should even reserve the birthday song.
Exactly.
For those of you who heard the birthday song,
we are taking it back.
We are taking it back.
That's crazy. I tried to call him my co-host because he can take the hosting. So the WhatsApp number is 05014322820. So Brother Sammy is now a herbalist.
Yeah.
If you watch the video on Facebook, and I can't play the video here, but if you watch the video on Facebook, he took DDT, tried to neutralize it with his anointing water, whatever he calls it, and he says it can heal cancer, HIV, and whatever. And FDA has issued a statement today. They've actually invited him for questioning. The police has invited him for questioning, which I think is in the right order. But I'll take the views of my panel members. Obi, last week we were talking about this. It was young. That story was now building up.
Exactly. Well, I think before I even see it, once again, let me wish my senior brother happy birthday. He's been tremendous. He's been one of the great pillars of the gospel industry, and I don't always wait to people die before I celebrate them. I need to celebrate them. Anytime I meet them, I celebrate. I think Mr. Dr. Christian is one of the great pillars of the gospel industry, and we salute you. We love you. Keep doing what you do for the gospel. Let me move on to Brother Sammy's issue. I think the issue is quite unfortunate because looking at Brother Sammy, a growing musician who is gaining some relevance from Kumasi, he's able to penetrate into the Accra market to make some good name for himself in the worship industry, and then all of a sudden he gets into tangle with other gospel musicians, and then today we hear him bringing out an anointed water. What you don't know is I was there, I was in a room with him when he even brought that water up.
So how did he bring it up? What did he add to what?
Like you are a witness to.
I'm a first-hand witness.
After the preparation.
So did you taste the water?
No, even before he did the concoction, we had spoken about it, and so he was like, "Is a water that is a drug or medicine that he's gotten?" So
from where?
I'm coming.
Okay, sorry.
I'm coming.
Sorry for it.
And so this water can heal HIV, diabetes, and he mentioned a couple of sicknesses. So I asked him, my brother, have you registered it? He said, oh, everything is done. Everything is done. There has been an approval and all that. That's okay. If there's approval, then go ahead and promote it.
Let's fire it.
Only for me to hear that the thing has not been approved by FDA. FDA doesn't know anything about it. And last week, Adum FM Entertainment Hall picked the issue up, called the FDA PRO. He responded and he said that they were going to invite him with the police. I would not want Brother Sammy's issue to affect the entire gospel industry. This should be a behavioral issue. It should be someone who doesn't have management, someone who doesn't have people to tell him to stop, someone who doesn't have people to advise him on what to say, what not to say, what to bring out. This issue is not about the gospel industry. The medicine he's doing has got nothing to do with the gospel industry. It is his decision to go into herbal.
No, but he says God gave him the...
And that's what I'm saying. So this is where we have to distinct people from certain comments. Otherwise, we'll have people tarnishing the image of the gospel industry. Let's take this on another level and hold him accountable for his words. Not that he's a gospel musician, but he has flouted the law and he must be dealt with. Let's take the gospel figure out. Otherwise, we're going to have a very muddy discussion and pull all the other gospel artists. Exactly. At the end of the day, we are tarnishing the entire image of the gospel industry. So we should rather focus on handling him individually on this angle. That's my take on this one.
Okay. Okay, Kwesi.
Yeah. I think that I have arrived very well.
Good.
When you arrive,
a very good topic.
Yeah, when you arrive in a country and the country is having such issues with herbalistic material issues, then of course it provides you the ambience for you to express yourself from where you come from. Brother, let me tell you the truth. See, when you are talking about a country with high rate crime, you can't take America out from it.
Exactly.
But do you know what they have done?
No, tell me.
What they have done is that they have tried to use the law that they have in the country to make sure that they instill discipline in the society.
Exactly.
So if you can kill somebody today in America, wherever you are,
hold on for me. I have James Latte. James Latte
is on the line.
Yes, James Latte is the FDA for the PRO for FDA.
Yeah, correct.
Hello, James. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, James.
Yeah, good evening. I can hear you.
How are you, boss?
I'm good, and you?
We are fine. So, as we speak now, are you saying Brother Sammy is still with the police?
Whether it's been granted, I can't tell. But after this morning, he was with the police for the information I received.
So, was he invited or he was arrested? Hello? Hello, James? Okay, we lost James. I wanted to know if... Yes, James. Was he invited by the police? Did he go there voluntarily or you arrested him in his house?
He was arrested.
He was arrested?
In his house. Yes.
Okay. So you went there with FDA. Are you still questioning him? What have you found out? Where did he get the water? We want to know all of these, James.
Yes. I can't talk to those issues now because now before the investigation has been initiated by the police and the FDA. So those things, I cannot say that now.
But James, another thing is that, so how did you get to know? Is it the media reports? How do you get to know some of these things?
What actually happened was that, there was a circulation on social media. And the first video that we saw, now, Brasami didn't make claims with a product, but he claimed within that video that when you come to him, he can assist you. God has revealed something to him, so he will give you something to drink. And you see, the way he said it, it will be difficult for a regulator and an MP to go in.
Yeah.
So we didn't act on it.
Okay.
Later, there was a second video that came out.
Yeah.
And that second video, that was when he was trying to demonstrate with the DDT and those things. And with the level that he went and the explanation he gave, it indicated that he had a product that he was offering to people for the cure of those ailments, AIDS and those other diseases. And looking at it in the form of advertisement he did in the second video, There was no way the FDA could see them without consent. We had to go in. That is why
You
we
went
went
in.
in to effect the arrest with the police.
Okay, yes, but you see, aside Brother Sami, when you go to some churches, they have this kind of water they sell to their members.
Yeah.
Can we say they are registered, or you don't care about those ones?
You see, we have to get the difference in the two.
Okay, help me.
If, for instance, let's say I am a pastor and I have my church, my members come. I tell my members that anybody that is here and you have AIDS, you have diabetes, you have discomfort, you come and I tell that God revealed something to me. I have prayed over this water. I'm giving this water to you. Go drink to be healed. That is a different thing. In that instance, you see the water being used more as a point of contact. Now, the other point is where I begin to make a claim that this water can deal with this. That is where the problem is.
Okay, so if but because I know some churches also sell some of these waters, but probably so you are saying that if they give you the water as a form of direction, you are okay. But if they claim the water is a product in itself and can heal all of this, that's why you have the issue.
Yeah, that's why you have an issue.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And you see, when you're also making the claim, the way you make the claim gives an indication whether the law will hold you and the law cannot hold you. It depends. So you cannot generalize it. Honestly, you cannot generalize it.
You cannot generalize it. Okay. So hold on. Kwesi is here. He has a question for
Okay, what's the name?
James.
James.
Yeah, boss.
James, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, now you see most of these pastors on television displaying they have water that heals HIV/AIDS, cancer, diabetes, fibroid, and all this. Now, how different is this one from the pastors that are exhibiting this on live television and we keep watching? How different? Because recently, you know that Brother Sami has been following some of these pastors. I mean, some of these prophetic pastors. You know, he's been following them. And I'm sure that he may have gotten his inspiration from some of them displaying and nothing is happening. So I'm sure he may have gotten his inspiration from it. What are you people? How different is this one from it?
You see, like I indicated, Brother Sami came out with the first video. Now, in the first video, when you look at the way he spoke and the way he made a claim that when you come to him, he has been able to heal about 50 people, cure about 50 people. When you come to him, God has given him some water, he will give to you. And I remember in that video, the interviewer asked him that, have you gone to FDA? He said, no, I didn't. And yet, me tongue. Na I did be born for and to almost no more problem. That was a different thing. Now, the second video that came out, he has set 3 products on the table, including DDT. And then he did some demonstration. You see, when you look at that video very well, the claim was now being made on the product that he had. That's the difference. He was not making the claim on the product.
Okay.
You understand? So that is where FDA decided, no, now we have to go in. That's what we wanted.
Okay. Sami, we'll leave it here. But like I'm saying, we want FDA to.
I think not to cut James. I understand James because once it's a direction from God, and you don't attach any medicinal
this into
exactly or pharmaceutical terms. Bringing DDT and the spiritual water is dangerous because DDT itself must be approved by the FDA. You understand? Before even you use them. So once you bring anything that has to do with FDA, you need to go and seek approval.
But we are seeing also people selling interphone.
James, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much.
I didn't know the same chemicals.
No, you can't.
Interphone is a chemical.
You can't compare them. You see,
interphone is a chemical.
So I get you, but right now the point James
is there.
James is good. So you make your point.
Okay. So I'm saying that it is the Americans. There's crime there, but they use the law that they have in the country to instill discipline among people. It is high time Ghana make sure that the laws that we have written, our forefathers used pen and ink, expensive ink to write. We have to make sure the laws are working.
Exactly.
Because you see, the problem is that if we don't try to use the laws to work, then what I have been saying is that we owe apology to Waisa and then Kwakesi. That's my issue.
You don't have apologies to them.
And yes, we owe them because
apologies.
Exactly, we owe them apologies. Because if somebody went and smoked Igbo, you know Igbo, somebody went and smoked Igbo, and then he was arrested and put to jail. And then somebody too went on stage, removed his manhood, and then he was also dragged to court. Now his career is gone. He's missing. And then somebody had displayed open medicinal like this, selling DDT, and the law doesn't deal with this person, who is rather say that before he says he has over 50 people.
Yes.
Ignorantly, those people we don't know as artists now. Faith TV, we have to go to Kumasi
And look for them.
and then look for them and see whether they are even alive. Because ignorantly, those people may, as a result of the following, because as a gospel artist, he stands in the pulpit, he releases worship, and then people are following, and the people are following. And even this unfortunate circumstance, this idiotic syndrome that he has practiced, for all you know, it is even going to trigger him. By this time, go and see. He's enjoying the likes and the fame towards it. That's what the last time when I came in, I told you that this branding thing we keep talking about, if we don't caution our gospel artists, one day, you'll be walking at Kwame Nkrumah Circle here, and then you see a gospel artist carrying coffin. When you ask the person, what are you doing? He will tell you, I am branding myself.
Well, right, coffee branding.
You understand? No, because...
In the name of branding.
But okay, so why DDT branding? If you have a problem with coffin branding, the same thing is applied to DDT. Because now, media, we are talking about it. Newspaper will pick it up. And then it is going to his benefit. And so he's there.
He's getting the promotion.
He's getting the promotion attached. And before you see, he'll be released. And then next week, he will drop a song.
Yeah.
That has been the metaphor. So I am saying that whatever that's, and then I'm also saying, Brother Sami, as I'm saying, is currently under some influence. It could be spiritual, it could be personal. Because if I see the kind of thing the young man has been through, even if he didn't learn anything from that in some full song that he released, and the way people bashed, and the young man didn't learn anything from that negativity, and has still come back with this antidote of herbalism, it means that the young man is now getting used to the fact that something, if he does this thing, it will,
You get a promotion, you get a leverage.
exactly. If I do the controversy,
Yeah.
exactly. And so it is now getting out there. People are now going to also practice it. People are now going to also champion the cause. The way so let me also go free and do it. So Brother Sami is under some particular, and for me, if he were to have retired from gospel music and go into pure practice of being a herbalist, I think that he would have been a better herbalist than being a gospel artist. Because from the way I'm looking at him, no, because that's the truth. Because from the way I'm looking at him now, a worshipper of that nature, who is able to worship Almighty God, the God of Abraham, and is able to divert and backslide to this level, for me, it's very much unfortunate.
How is this backsliding? He is bringing a product that he thinks God has given to him. That's what he said.
No, you have to be specific. Which of the gods gave it to him?
But how would you also
Is
know?
it Antoine? Oh, which of the gods gave it to him? We need to know the
I
God.
will stand on that one.
But you have to stand on that
The
one.
issue is that he must be saying,
But there's no way God will ask anybody to give dignity for someone to drink. The God that I have he invented this. There's no dignity.
He used DDT for his
Example.
Now, is it not the same thing I'm talking about?
No, you're not saying the
Or
same
you people are not listening.
I'm not saying the same thing.
Okay, so Obi, going forward, the brand brother Sami, you know, like Kwesi said, he's done a lot of things, and I don't know, some way somehow he keeps being there. This Insemfun song, Pastor, the Alabaster Pastor, I spoke about it. He insulted him, you know, and he went, you know, but he's still going. Is he doing something right? Like Kwesi say, is he?
Unfortunately, I don't want to look at spirituality. Because the fact of the branding issue is that controversy sells.
So you think he does that to stay relevant?
Controversy sells.
So he does that to stay relevant.
And I don't know his agenda. I don't know his strategy. but controversy sells. But for the gospel industry, you see, we can do all things, but not all things
expedient.
Exactly for gospel. Because once you stand for gospel, you know that there is a Christ attached to what you're doing. And so you have to respect that Christianity fraternity that you find yourself in. And we don't appreciate some of these things. I don't know, but I think that he just went wrong, because I'm not seeing the issue as a very serious issue, but he just went and got everything wrong. And I don't know whether I get it.
See,
I don't understand why he even went into that.
Obi, let me try to mess you up more here. See, there's no person that will wake up one morning, pick up this, and then go and do this type of demonstration without he, the person, planning and thinking through it.
So you think there's something wrong with him?
No, there's something wrong with the young man. You see, a person, the thing is that, that's why it is important for us to strengthen our psychiatric division now in the country. Because a lot of people are very sick on the street now. You see the whole thing? A lot of people are very sick. And some of them are having deficiencies in their brains. Because you see, for anybody, if he really care about somebody's brand, he will have and notice that the product in which he was doing the exchanges and the mixes belongs to a company that sells water. Did you saw that?
Yeah. I saw the Verna.
You didn't saw the Verna people, them are water bottles. So if it is, and I'm saying that the Verna people, the company, have to descend on the young man now, because what it means is that they can lose by branding purposes. The company can lose heavily.
Yeah.
Because anybody that will see that thing and come back, okay, so you people now your bottles are being used for experiment and refill of DDT experiment for branding purposes.
No, but
that is why even you remember Lewin went and did experiments at MTN program. There was a performance. He was trying to use weed.
Exactly.
We don't call it weed, we call it Igbo. He was trying to. He was trying to.
Immediately he was stopped.
He was trying to mimic Igbo something. And immediately, in between the performer and the program, he was stopped. And then immediately he was stripped off of his MTN sponsorship. Immediately. These are companies that does not joke with their brands because the company.
You think Venom Mineral Water should sue?
Venom Mineral Water should see the young man as it is now.
No, but they have to look at the video and see the effect of Venom Water.
Because I think he just poured it in the glass. That's all.
He did it. The thing he was on display about 3 bottles.
Exactly.
And all of the Venom
was a water. So there was nothing added to the Venom water.
So now Venom water is being used to mix
because Venom water is the best.
Like Obi said earlier on, don't you think that controversy sells? And it's proven into time without number that when he does that, we talk about him. This platform, we are talking about him. Other platforms,
we've seen secular guys pull guns and all
of that. Don't you think it sells? So you keep doing it?
I don't dispute that. I'm an artist manager.
Exactly.
And I know that stunts and what do you call it, controversies sells big artists. But you see, we have come to a level in our industry where it is much more of your talent than stunts. We can use stunts to promote Akase Bempong, but he cannot survive for 6 months.
Exactly.
He will die. That is why if you look at it, if really stunts really sell, somebody like Wisa Grade by this time should be the top artist in Ghana. If really controversy sells, as you people keep talking about, Wisa should have been the top artist in GH now. Why has the young man gone down?
Because the Lord. You
understand? If controversy sells, Hetty Bongate should have been the top gospel artist in GH. A person who was able to use Queen Elizabeth distant image as a Photoshop. Who was able to mimic that Photoshop as being in the Queen's Palace. You think it's a smart thing to be in Queen's Palace?
So you think that it doesn't totally it's not entirely true.
You see,
what are you people saying?
It has not helped all.
There are some people.
Okay, now you people are changing your language. Good, I like that.
But the controversy sells.
It sells.
That's the basic thing.
But I'm saying
You are saying to a point. You're saying
at a point,
yes.
because see, controversy will give you controversy there. Like Someboy Shatawale, the guns and ammunition project. It ended in 2 weeks. You see the gas ammunition project ended in just 2 weeks.
Yes.
After 2 weeks, they are gone off. Now they are being peddled in court until their unity concert came about. And look at a country like Ghana. When people are raising guns and shooting people in the distance, we rather do unity concert for them. So it then becomes like a factor. It becomes a boost for people to continue peddling themselves into controversies and negativity issues. That is the thing. That's where all these things are coming from. How can somebody raise a gun? I mean, inside people pepper spray to a larger audience of 1,000 people, over 8,000 people like this, and then after we are going to do unity concert for them. It's Ghana, Kosovo. Or we are in Sudan.
No, let's come back to brother.
So we are coming back to brother Sami. So I'm saying that the young man is under influence of something. And it is important all of us as stakeholders, we try to find proper solution to heal him. Because from where I sit now, I can see my younger brother Sami, he's in difficult moments. The guy is either depressed, having psychological challenges, is under some kind of spiritual influence, which is leading him to some kind of environment, which if we are not careful, he has to get pastoral prayers. Strong pastors must lay hand on him and support him.
Okay,
I tend to.
So that's where I was coming. So I was coming to.
He needs a spiritual hands to pray for him.
This question, and I'll come back and ask what you can do to help him. How is this going to affect his brand? Positive or negative?
Negatively, because already he's been in the news for not a single good reason. I have not seen any news about Brother Sami in the past 2-3 years saying something. He had an issue with Ernesto Poku, had issues with Cecilia Marfo, had issues with Kofi Odo, and now
there was even a ladies issue, some lady issue.
Yeah, some lady issue.
Yeah.
Now it's with the FDA. For gospel, we don't buy controversies. That's what we should know. Gospel, we don't buy. Unlike the secular guys, they enjoy controversy, but we don't buy, because when we find out what you're doing is contrary to our beliefs, we tend to shun you. We don't even invite you on our podiums and our platforms again, because we don't trust where you're coming from. We don't believe in the God that we believe in.
No.
We think that maybe there's
we don't believe in the God of DDT.
Yeah, probably there's something wrong with you. But I'm coming to this point that I'm looking at. I'm trying to raise this issue not to look like there's a problem. I think most of our artists in Ghana, from the other side, Kumasi, should learn to invest.
You mean the gospel artists?
Yes, the gospel artists should learn to invest in management.
That's a very good point.
Looking at them, I have not seen. I probably to be corrected. I have not seen any artists from Kumasi with a very tight, serious management. I bet.
You stand for correction.
Yeah, I stand for correction.
I think Mebelotri has one or two.
Yes, but it's. You get what I'm saying? When we're looking at we're looking at serious management that will ask a host for questions before my artists come on. Know the timing my artist is spending with you, even on stage. All this, there's kind of songs to sing. Because I've seen some of them, and then they're on stage and they turn the secular songs into gospel on stage as a gospel. Like, if there's management, you won't do that. I hear what I'm saying. Yeah. I wanted to hit on this issue. Bill Cosby was one of the most fantastic actors we have in the world. When he messed up, the Lord dealt with him. I want us to drag Sami out of the gospel
cycle
and deal with him on this issue of his behavior. Exactly. Let's not. Otherwise, we're going to enter into the gospel and then push it, because apart from Sami, there are a lot of gospel artists who are doing things that, if for me they come on social media, it's a big disgrace to us. So let's just handle Brother Sami on the level of he flouting the law, and the law is dealing with him on what he exactly.
Okay, but Kwesi, like he's saying, I have an artist, and one day he woke up and he said he wanted to he called me and said he wanted to do a song with a secular artist. Yes. Immediately I cast out the demon in him immediately. So what's he saying? You believe that these Kumasi guys, for that matter, gospel arts, don't have good management, and they need to pay attention to that.
It is not only Kumasi artists.
Kumasi gospel artists.
That Kumasi gospel artist that doesn't have this management issue we are discussing. I think that management issue practically is of a problem in Ghana now. And I'm talking about professional artist manager. Not somebody who holds a telephone number of a phone of an artist, or who holds one successful artist back and then be hiring taxes for the person to sit inside. I'm talking about a very strong technical artist manager who will be able to shape the career of the artist successfully Because
not the bookie agent.
of the book.
Not the bookie
Not the
agent.
booking agent. I'm talking about a very strong technical artist. Because you see, the thing is that it is very expensive to hire a professional artist manager. It is very, very expensive to hire a professional artist manager to support your career. And you see, and the nature, my sisters and brothers also in the gospel, when you talk about money issues, that is where they also have problem. You see the whole thing. Majority of them,
in fact, the thing is
majority of them doesn't want to spend
money.
The thing is about the money issue. It's either with the musical issue that we keep hearing. All of us, some of us sitting here, we have become victims of this situation, and you see the whole
In fact, we have a pending issue. This was resolved.
we have become victims of this situation. It's all about Wedi Misika.
I think the wedding music thing
It's
is.
real. I'm looking for one of them to make a song of it. Wedi Misika, my manager, Wedi Misika. You see the so I'm thinking that basically their mindset is practically on that environment than the career itself, as to how to get a person to shape that career and then help them to get out there, because it's much more or less like the moment they're able to get a little fame, then the whole thing becomes like a personal attention becomes on the fans, becomes about themselves, it's about and everything. And an artist, the moment you get to that level and then your attention is divided with that, then you are drifting. And that is why several artists, successful one we have seen, are all drifting down. Because I see that the issues about management. Yeah, I'm sure, like an artist like Nobunketia should have been the top artist by now. Yeah. Because he was only one artist who on one night of Ghana Music Awards swept almost about 5 hours in one night. Yeah. Artist of the year, gospel song of the year, popular song of the year, and everything. He won everything. But after that, same situation.
You see, he was a very close friend. Exactly. We were going on the management level, and I think so. We have
exactly. So if there are strong management that are pushing these guys to the top, I'm sure their careers could have been rescued and putting them onto an international pedestal from that level. I'm sure. I mean, even on the night of the Music Awards, he performed with Sami Okoso from Nigeria. That is how close it is. What makes this issue we are discussing very dangerous is that until recently, quite recently, just 12 months ago, Ghanaians started depending upon Nigerian songs for spiritual revival.
Yeah.
Because like the Kueme issue that I came here to fight about. You understand?
Yes.
And some of us, we went because we had some managers even in Ghana here who were bringing prayer from Nigeria and all of them supporting them. We had serious music artist managers in Ghana who were going to Nigeria to bring
the studio will become very hot. Very soon.
I'm telling you, we were having seasoned managers of GH. They were going to Nigeria to bring prayer. They were bringing prayer and coming to even organize a concert for prayer in Ghana here. This was in GH.
Let me say for the record.
And after that, let me say for the record. Prime time television, they were pushing the crew MCR to even play some of these artists their songs on PR interview and leaving behind Dan Hamilton and all of them their songs. And I couldn't believe my eyes what I'm seeing. I said, Jesus, what era are we in?
Disassociate myself from this.
What era are we in?
Let me disassociate myself from this. Let me disassociate myself from this.
You don't feel too comfortable. Do you know the person?
No. We ain't came to Ghana. Let me know. I know this issue. You've called me on it. You've spoken.
So you know the issue.
We ain't came to Ghana with the idea of doing a live recording in Ghana. And when he came, he reached out to some media people. So in that sense, I'm not an artist manager. Before he came there, he wanted my artist on the bill. And I charged him for that.
You charged him for that?
Yes.
Well, that's business. So but what were you doing at the backstage as an event manager?
I was not manager. I didn't manage the event.
But what did you do?
But my artist was on stage. I went backstage to ensure my artist was
so you went the backstage because of your artist?
Yes, I was only on backstage.
You can be spared, but I'm saying that. You can be spared, but it doesn't seem... Obi, Ghanaians started... patronizing Nigerian song for spiritual revival.
True.
We saw it from Sinach. We saw it from this guy.
It started from
Now there's a new person, Mary Chiwo.
SS Love.
Jesus, you love me.
That song has been recorded 5 years ago. I'm telling you, and maybe now it's making worse in Ghana. Before you see, she'll come here for a Baba concert. You see the whole thing.
She's coming to Ghana.
She's coming to Ghana. I'm telling you. Before you see, exactly. So they're using our platform as a
because we are not serious.
And no,
the phone lines are open now. 055.
Before you call anybody on this show, now wait for me. Because they're not serious. Before we try to deal with this situation,
yes, help us do it.
It is important that we try to sanitize the gospel industry in Ghana.
Simple.
For Ghanaians to begin believing in our gospel artists.
This is it.
Because if some of these herbalistic issues begins to come from this point and begin to derail the gospel fraternity, causing all of us to lose markets. Because I don't do any job. I'm not working with commercial bank. I'm just an artist manager supporting gospel artists. So when one artist wakes up one morning and out of true hay fever or malaria jaundice decide to go on a mileage like this and cause all of us this kind of discomfort, then it means the market that all of us are practicing in, that person is trying to collapse it.
I don't know.
And that is why it is important that when we sit, we try to look at this matter holistically and try to deal with the matter as it is. Let us remove the gospel artists and deal with the young man. So that at least Ghanaians will not say that, oh, say I can say Ghana for gospel for there. Jam Abrochi is there. You go to I was in Canada. I spent 4 weeks in Canada, and people are talking about Ghanaian gospel songs. It's a message. They say the money there. We have a problem. And I came to Worcester. You're the same thing. I was in New York. It was the same thing. And
you're not doing well.
That's the problem. They say that
okay, I have some WhatsApp message. Let me read. After
you have a WhatsApp message?
Yeah, I have some WhatsApp message. I'll read it after that. We'll see how we
screen the messages first, so don't come and read anything.
Then after that, we'll seek your advice for Brother Sami. Brother Sami Amanuhu. Brother Sami also known as Gospel Busatawali. The guy is controversial.
No, this is not controversial.
Hi, I'm Portia Tevia from Kumasi. Brother Sami again. Someone also said that guy, Brother Sami, needs help. We need to help him. And you want our number, we'll give it to you. Someone also said, hey, Kwesi, this is back. Okay, someone is saying, God loves Brother Sami too. Yes, God loves him. God loves him, but he has to go through, he has started the law, so he has to go through, he has to face the law. Yes, so how can we help our brother? Now the phone lines are open. You can call and share your views on this Brother Sami and gospel artist branding issue. How can we advise our brother and other gospel artists who don't have good management to help them and all of that? Let's advise them now.
You see, advising him will be a difficult thing because he's a matured man and we expect him to know the right things to do. What he needs to do is to sit back, probably if he has any man or woman figure who he respects and honor, to call him and advise him. Otherwise, it will be difficult for probably Kwesi to call him because he's gone past that level where he's taking the things is becoming extremely serious. So he needs serious attention, and I think that if he would avail himself for a management to handle him, it would do him a lot of good because he's a very talented gospel artist. In fact, he's been able to penetrate the worship industry seriously. I think he has a good future. All he needs is a correct branding.
I think I have a call. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Kindly reduce the volume of your TV sets, please. Hello, sir. Kindly reduce the volume of your TV sets. Okay, please, when you call me, reduce the volume of your TV set so we can have a fruitful.
No, but as I was saying, I think that we need a holistic front for the gospel industry. Why I mentioned the Kumasi is not that I'm dividing them, but you can see that. Let's take Jometo, Akesa Brimpong, Dinah Hamilton, name them. All these people, Joyce Blessing, Kofi Sapor. All these guys have,
like we say, they have issues, but you don't hear them.
Exactly, because they have people who handle these things. You know what I'm saying? Because
I have a call. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Hello. Yeah, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from, please. Hello, good evening.
I'm sure it is really in Adenta. So
so as I was saying, we need him to. But I think the arrest will keep him calm. even if he's released, he will keep him calm. And then
hello, good evening. I never where you're calling from. I think we have issues with our lines.
So let them watch. We are enough.
But on the other side, I think Kwesi says something. He will come back after this. Trust me, I'm telling you on the show, nothing will be done to Brother Sammy.
Nothing will be done to Brother Sammy. There's nothing will be done to Brother Sammy.
Yeah. In Ghana. See, this branding thing we are discussing.
Yes.
I really wish that today we'll have really enough time to
we'll continue
talk about this brand.
Because I know it's
see, brand
it's something that
it's something close to my heart, and it's really affecting a lot of artists out there. See, for me, if you ask me, I basically think that the young man.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
You cannot do this.
It's Petit's birthday. It's Petit's birthday.
Use some fun.
It's Petit's birthday.
Use some fun and do that.
It's Petit's birthday, and we are celebrating Petit's today. We are celebrating today.
So there was a surprise.
There was a surprise. So Petit will cut the cake now. Petit will cut the cake now. Petit, please cut the cake. Please cut the cake.
Charlie, you made this day so special.
Yes, yes. So initially you really have to sing the birthday.
It was too early.
Yes. Yeah, it was too early.
There was a reason why you said we should start the
birthday. So please, my cameraman, can you help us with the cameras?
What are the ladies?
All those please join us. Cameraman, help us with the camera.
Oh my God!
Join us.
Obi,
This is a serious birthday discussion.
it's a serious birthday discussion.
On a very herbalistic note.
Yes. So it's Kwesi.
I'm 49 years today.
Kwesi is 49 years. Kwesi is 49 years today, and we are happy to celebrate with him. Kwesi.
Yeah. You've really. But if you had bought this one earlier, I'm sure that we could have spent something from the DDT.
So
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kwesi. Happy birthday to you. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. So thank you very much for watching the show. We do this again next week Saturday. This is a surprise for Kwesi.
Wow.
We put it together.
I'm so grateful.
Everyone.
I'm so grateful. I'm suspecting you. I'm suspecting you.
On a very
Obi, you're funny.
on a very digitologic note, we leave Vanessa.
Talk about it. Okay,
We have an after party after here.
let's take birthday wishes.
We will leave Brother Sammy in the hands of Abofo.
So birthday wishes quickly.
Happy birthday, Kwesi. It's very good to have you back. We've missed you.
Thank you so much. You know, whilst I was away, there was weeks I've even wanted to call on the show. But you see, Priya's manager decided not to.
Happy birthday, Wafa.
Thank you.
We hope that you stop browning us in Jesus' name.
How did I brand you before? Traveling is not branding. You also
not branding.
You do your time very soon.
Your message to Kwesi.
Yeah, well, I've always said he's one of the few people that we can celebrate in the gospel industry. He's done immensely well for gospel, and then today happened to be your birthday. We celebrate you. We pray for long life. Man, you're 49.
Yeah.
49.
You look like 32.
That is been in that industry for 19 years. That is 9 years old, you're 20.
Yeah.
You look amazing, and God bless you. Keep up doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Regina is Kwesi's PA. Everywhere you see Kwesi, you see Regina. And when Kwesi was now, he was managing the office.
Exactly.
So Regina, what do you have to tell your boss?
I wish him long life. He already knows that love is deep and everything.
When I came, there was no money. They have to.
You come for 3 months. You expect money to be there.
They weren't selling
Hey,
you.
Baba Yayi.
They were not selling you.
Wait.
Belinda.
Yes,
Belinda.
I wish you long life, lots of prosperity, grace. You know, this year, the way you've gained weight,
in the
I want the money to double up so that you double
As
up.
the money, they will go get them.
The money will double up so that you level up. So your leveling has to go up.
Your final words, please.
Well, I'm so grateful, Ghana. I'm so grateful to CR team and everybody at GN. And you know, this show is one of the shows that I told myself that even when I'm sick, I want to be there because it's close to my heart. Because you know why? We keep building blocks and entertain platforms and all that kind of. It is important for us to build something that will support the Christian community, and this is what we are doing.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful. May God give all of us a long life and protection. And a year by this time, I hope there will be no DDT issues.
We will celebrate your birthday. Okay, thank you very much. My name is Dinoy. If you know where GTV is, come and take
Yeah,
okay, bye-bye.
So, what is that song? Dana Hamilton song?